All right, we have Doug Benson in here all hour. How are you, Doug?
I'm good for the whole hour.
We have something. This is a sticky situation, no pun intended, because our fellow guest in the studio today is actually a police officer. And Doug, I guess I didn't think about having a police officer in here.
It's cool. It's cool. Just talk to him. Let's not get into it.
Not talk to you
while he's here. Yeah, let's just move along. What's
officer,
so funny, officer?
This is Officer Dick Butterfield, correct?
That's correct.
Do I have your name right?
Yep. Thank you.
This is part of the public service that the station is entitled to do, or is forced to do every hour. We have to do about 5 minutes of public service. So, Officer Butterfield, the station told me I had to have him on, and you're here to discuss summer safety tips?
Yeah, thanks for having me, first of all, Scott. I was laughing, Doug, because I have no beef with you. You know, what you do, your lifestyle, that's your business. I'm not here to bust you or harass you.
What would you bust him for? Were you listening to the previous segment?
I know what you're about, Doug. I know what your lifestyle represents.
I have my doctor's note.
Okay, yeah. It's absolutely...
You're not here to override the
I'm not here to do that.
That's
not my thing.
No, you're not here on federal business.
Truth be told, I'll tell you that I'm cool with it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
You're cool with drugs?
Not all. I'm cool with the drugs that Doug Benson does.
Oh.
I'm not cool with all drugs.
But
like I don't think it's cool huffing. I don't like huffing. What's funny?
That's the third thing the druggler can throw around is a bag for huffing.
All right, well, we can make jokes or we can be serious. So
you don't even like to go in the Huffington Post. Yeah, that's how against it you are. Okay.
Like I said, we can make jokes all day long. Anyone can make a joke.
Anyone can
Remember
make a
that
joke.
Hank Azaria show?
Anyone can make a
No one
joke
does.
about drugs. I was trying to be cordial to you, Doug, so you didn't feel threatened by me. What I'm really here to talk about are summertime safety tips for the public. Obviously,
well, that's great because it happens to be summer when we're recording this. Some people may be listening to this from the podcast in the winter, though.
Well, this applies. I mean, you know, the easy way that I try to remember this program is summertime is the perfect time for a violent crime.
Oh.
And so that's sort of the slogan that
and
the
a great rhyme.
Yeah, the LAPD presents. And so what they've done is
That's on the side of their cars now?
Like I said, we could make jokes all day long, guys. We could all joke
Let's
around.
do that then.
Sounds like a good plan.
Let's go that way.
Great.
Sorry.
Okay, you know what? Because I don't have to do this. I was told to do this.
My apologies. What we do here, it's a comedy program, and we tend to make light of things.
Okay, well, I wasn't told it was a comedy program.
I want to apologize for that. You were just told to come in here from noon to 1 at some point.
Yeah,
and
I wasn't
do your
told it was
thing
a comedy
Well,
program.
we're taking it easy on you. We haven't even said a word about your name being Butterfield.
All right. You know what?
Because it's a great name. That's why we haven't said it.
Yeah,
All right.
we have a lot of respect for you.
What I would like to do is just present my
you're just gonna plow through?
information. Yeah, and then I'm
Go
I'm
for
gonna,
it, Dick. Your name is Dick, right?
All right. You know what? All right. I'm just going to do this because I care about the public and I care about preserving public
We're
safety.
sorry. I just want to apologize for myself and for my guest, Doug Benson. We don't need to treat our guests like this. And if you would do us the honor of just telling us.
What I wanted to do was have a dialogue about
Sure.
violent crime in the summertime. And what I wanted to do was present some helpful information for you guys because summertime, obviously, kids are out of school. It's hot. There's a lot of traffic, tempers flare, and so violent crime skyrockets in the summertime. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about muggings.
Right.
I'm talking about home invasions. I'm talking about carjackings.
Oh.
Okay, pet explosions.
Wait. Pet explosions?
A pet explosion is when someone, on purpose explodes your pet. And
Wait,
that-
explodes their pet or your pet?
Either way, it's a crime, and you shouldn't. Obviously,
Who is out there?
We'll get into that. We're going to get into that.
Okay.
The list goes on. There's in the summertime, child burnings go way up.
Where people are burning children?
Oh God, no. This
that would
is
be
children.
horrible.
This is children burning adults. This is where a child comes up to you, and you're not expecting it, and they light you on fire.
Oh.
And that happens a lot in the summertime because all these.
Children
I hate
are
to
out of
swear, but all
school
these
and-
fucking kids, they're out of school. They got nothing to do. They got lighters on their hands, so they light adults on fire because they think it's funny.
Do you have kids?
No, I don't have kids.
But you've been lit on fire.
I have.
It's happening.
what
You don't
now?
have
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk. No, I will talk about it.
I could just
We'll
tell.
go back and I'll talk about it. If I could just
Okay. You want to
finish the list of a couple more crimes
Sure.
that are on our radar, and just be on the lookout this summer. Elderly stabbings. That's
Wait, that's it now. Okay, I have to assume from your pattern that it is an elderly person stabbing someone.
That's correct.
Okay,
That's correct.
good.
There's an elderly person stabbing, usually a child.
A child.
Usually a child. Yeah, ironically enough.
Huh.
And then the last one that we see that goes off the charts in the summertime is self-drownings.
Self-drowning.
Self-drownings, and that's
How does that work?
Well, we'll get into that. But let me just start.
We're going to get into a lot
We're
of
going
stuff
to get into all
later.
this stuff, but this is going to be
Is
fast.
there alcoholism in your family?
There's a lot
by
of
any
alcohol.
chance?
Yeah, there happens
Grandpa,
to be. Yeah,
maybe?
there happens to be. What is your point?
I just don't really have one.
You know, I didn't
now
come.
that you mention
Well,
it.
I didn't come here to get fucked with today.
Oh, my.
Are officers allowed to swear like that much on a public thing?
You're off duty, though.
No, I'm on duty. I'm
wait,
on
you're-
duty.
You guys stop
you're right.
saying duty.
That's true. Please, Officer Butterfield, continue with
Okay,
what
these are
you're-
just some simple tips to keep in mind during the summertime. Muggings, the easiest way to prevent yourself from being mugged or one of your loved ones, don't go outside. Okay, in the summertime, it's tempting to go outside. You don't want to stay inside all the time. Don't ever go outside.
good
Okay,
I've got your back on that one.
if you do,
That's
if
what I
you
do.
have to go outside in the summertime, the best word of advice I can give you is don't let anyone get behind you ever. Always just like spin and rotate around to make sure that no one's behind you. If that's too complicated for you, then just run. Everywhere you go, run. And again, there's laughter. I hear some tittering.
I apologize.
I hear some laughter.
I
That's,
don't think the first part was funny at all. Just stay at home. That's great advice.
All right, thank you.
All right, so what's next on the
Home
list?
invasions.
Running was ridiculous.
You know what?
You put the dick in ridiculous.
He puts the Dick Butterfield.
All right, one more crack and I'm out of here. I'm going to say that
All
right
then
now.
pull your
Okay.
pants up. That wasn't a crack. That's a fact. That your pants are hanging kind of
This
low.
is the most sophomoric
Dickie
show,
B.
and if you don't know what that word means, look it up because it's a word.
You're
Sophomoric.
the second Dickie B that I've done radio with here.
I learned that word in high school.
All right,
in the
home
10th
invasions.
grade.
Okay, okay, smart guys.
When I
Home
was a
invasions.
sophomore.
Home invasions. How do you prevent a home invasion, Doug? How do you prevent yourself from someone breaking into your home?
Stay home.
No.
Same advice as the last
No,
one. Just be there, like naked near
that's-
the door.
No, that's terrible advice. What you want to do is build an elaborate burglar system,
Burglar system? Well, now, what would that be? What
much
exactly-
like the movie Home Alone.
What is a burglar?
Have you seen the movie Home Alone?
I have.
Okay.
Sir.
So paint cans.
How dare you
gotta buy
impugn
paint
my-
cans.
Exactly. Paint cans, funny sound effects from old movies.
Sure.
Oh, the
Things that
kid
you
went
could
and got those and then used them?
look. I'm just telling you, rent the movie. Okay, you put something.
You put something, yes. Continue. Sure.
Something sticky?
Sure. No, continue, sir. We're on the edge
So
of our
like,
seat.
I know where you're headed. You
I'm just
jizz
being
all
disre-
over the entryway so that if the wet bandits come in, they can't move because your jizz is all over the floor.
Sir, we're here on the edge of our seats. We want to hear what you have to say. Please continue.
I was going to say in the movie Home Alone,
when they have their burglar system. Yes, go on.
the actor Macaulay Culkin.
Bowling balls. You got to get bowling balls.
That's right. You do need bowling balls. You do need bowling balls. Macaulay Culkin put something.
Yes. Put something. Officer Butterfield, everything okay?
You know what? Let me just say this. The easiest way here, I'll skip to the end of that.
Okay.
The easiest way to prevent a home invasion is just to move. Just move from your house. Then you're not going to get robbed. Let's move on.
And when you're moving, you should run. Don't move
Yeah, absolutely.
slowly.
Carjackings. You guys are so smart. How do you prevent a carjacking? Anybody? Anybody at all? Doug? Anything? How do you prevent a carjacking?
Never stop the car.
Speed everywhere. That's a lot like running. Or you can try to make your car invisible, much like in the TV show Wonder Woman, how she had an invisible plane.
Oh, right.
They're kits that
or
you
like
can
that
buy.
James Bond movie where he turned
exactly.
his car invisible.
Yep, thank you.
I've seen that, yeah.
Pet explosions. Okay.
Okay, how do you prevent those?
Someone comes up to you and they put in an explosive device. They strap one to the belly or the anus of your pet. And guys,
Hopefully
this
the
is
latter.
serious.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I always laugh when I hear the word belly.
They explode your pet. So how do you prevent that? Well, the easiest way is to pre-explode it, which is hard. It's a difficult decision to do. Go ahead and pre-explode your animal, your pet. It's difficult,
But it's the right decision.
It's the right decision.
Yeah.
Child burnings. How do you
Okay.
prevent yourself from getting burned by a fucking child? What do you
How, sir?
do?
Never
What-
turn your back to anyone and always run.
That I would say in general, yes, that's a great.
applies to
that's
every
a
one of
great
your
tactic.
things.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't talk to kids in general.
Uh-huh.
If you have to talk to a child, make sure it's a child that doesn't have hands, because kids without hands, they can't operate lighters or any sort of flame
Or join
device.
Hands Across America.
Okay.
But also, if you're going to talk to a kid, it's probably smart to do it like in the back of a van.
No, it's not. No, it's not. As a matter of fact,
Officer
Somewhere,
Butterfield.
somewhere
No, that's the
isolated.
sort
Get
of thing
them
that
somewhere
ticks me off.
isolated and then have a conversation.
That's the kind of
two
thing that
adults.
that's. I don't.
Officer Butterfield,
I
can
know.
we
I got a
conclude
couple-
this?
couple-
Let's wrap this
couple
up,
more
please,
things. All
because
right.
you're a little ridiculous, I have to say. You're,
You know what? You're ridiculous, and this program is ridiculous, and I didn't have to be here. I'm doing you a favor, and the public, the general public, a favor. Fine. Here's the end of it.
the band general public. Go on,
Elderly
please.
stabbings. Elderly stabbings.
Yes.
Getting stabbed by an older person.
Yes.
How do you prevent that? Any
You
one of you.
why don't you tell us?
Okay,
this is
I will.
adding
I
twice
will.
the time to your bit. You asking us.
Because you guys don't know anything.
Oh, yeah, you like to show off how ignorant we are.
You are.
And then shove the answer in our faces.
You're high
Like a dick.
on huff right now. You huff something, obviously. Well, this goes back to the pet explosions. You just attack them first. You pre-stab the elderly.
So that's the same.
It's the same. It happens to be a coincidental piece of information. I'm never coming back here.
Okay.
Self-drowning is the easiest way to prevent yourself from being drowned. That's obviously not a real word. Is just you don't want to go swimming if you're wearing lead floaties. A lot of people think it's funny to put on. They do make floaties made out of lead, and that
people
will
think it's
obviously-
funny.
People think it's funny or it's a good time summertime activity. It's not. You're going to drown. So don't do that.
All right. Well, Officer Butterfield, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. And
I said that sarcastically, just like you
well,
did.
you know what? I said being here was a pleasure sarcastically because it wasn't. It was a pain, and it was a waste of the LAPD's time and taxpayer money. And guess what? We can easily suspend your license. So consider it. It's in the works. So.
Instead of you doing this, we could have filled a pothole.
All right. Well, thank you, Officer Butterfield. We'll be back with more Doug Benson after track number 3. Comedy Death Ray.